What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. And boy, did we have a jam-packed show for Monday Night Raw with some big announcements. Let's get right into this thing, Matthew.
There were big announcements throughout the show, but there were also big announcements before the show, right? So we also heard there was going to be a addressment by Triple H, and that certainly didn't disappoint. But also, I think like 30 minutes before the show, I was seeing all over Twitter, and it was actually confirmed by Dave Meltzer that CM Punk was backstage on Raw. I mean, it is in Chicago tonight, but apparently CM Punk was backstage for only just like a few minutes. That's what I heard. Don't take it, seriously, but it was confirmed he was backstage. Apparently he had I think it was a reservation at a restaurant right down the road from the arena. So he just popped on by and it confused a lot of stars, but I don't know. That's super weird. But it makes sense because it's in Chicago, whatever, it is what it is. The way they opened up Raw, I wasn't expecting this, but it was Cody Rhodes coming out. Nice, huge pop from the crowd in Chicago. Got down right to business, basically talking about Brock Lesnar. I mean, who else is he going to talk about? Especially him demolishing Cody Rhodes on the post-WrestleMania show of Monday Night Raw. Finn Bálor came out saying he knows Cody Rhodes had Roman Reigns beat at WrestleMania. He was basically screwed out of the title. And Finn Bálor, he was right, He said Rhodes lost because nobody had his back. I mean, we all had his back, you know what I mean? We did. So
At
did
least
Sami
you and I
Zayn
did, for sure.
and Kevin Owens. But he offered Cody Rhodes a spot in the Judgment Day. We all saw that was coming, but Rhodes just respectfully declined and offered a handshake. But Balor gave him a warning, and Rhodes responded saying he is cleared to fight and he wants a match against Finn Bálor later tonight. He didn't really get much of an answer from Finn Bálor, but we know it was going to happen later on in the night, just the way it was being presented. And anyways, it was just a nice little stare down afterwards. But then we learned it was going to be made official, and it was. So we'll get to that later on in the night. So we have a nice tag team match: the Bloodline, Jimmy J and Solo versus Latino World Order. I what do you think about LWO? You know what I mean? I like it. I do.
I do as well, man. I think they're a great tag team. They bring some juice to the tag team division, and they really
Yeah.
showed out tonight against the Usos, for sure.
I mean, it's a tag team we need, but it was just fast paced. You know what I mean? And there was some nice high flying spots. I mean, as we all expected. You know what I mean? Sikoa nailed Del Toro with a Samoan spike in the middle of a dive. He was given a dive towards Sikoa, but Sikoa hit a midway, giving the Usos a chance to hit the 1D for the win. I think it was the right call for the Bloodline to take the W, especially later on leading into tonight with Rey Mysterio, how he was being booked. But it was a nice touch to the show, and you know what? It got the crowd happy and on their feet. So I think it was a right call for the Usos to take the W, huh?
A very hot crowd in Chicago tonight, for sure.
Oh, dude.
They got the fans on their feet right away with a great promo from Cody Rhodes, chanting, singing right along. It was great to see. And you know what? It was capped off with a great opening match. So I think they booked the show opening properly tonight.
And I heard Vince was actually who made a few tweaks to the card tonight, but he wasn't backstage. He just made it, I guess, remotely. But I mean, honestly, I can't complain. And I think this was one of the tweaks, which is our next segment. But like honestly, this doesn't seem like a Vince tweak. It was Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander facing Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits in the second match of the night. It wasn't a bad match. The Street Profits, they've been needing a little something, especially after WrestleMania. They were able to take control when Dawkins tagged back into the match. Nice and hot. Ford ended up hitting a frog splash for the win after just a few minutes after the tag. It was a quick, fast-paced action matchup. But you know what? Shelton and Cedric, I'm happy they had some TV time, but what are they doing with Bobby Lashley? They were teasing a Hurt Business reunion. I don't know if they scrapped that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still left in the dust with that storyline. So this really didn't do much for me.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The hit just kept on coming backstage, though.
They need MVP. You know what I mean? They do.
Absolutely. Action did continue backstage, however, though, with Sami Zayn having a conversation with Jay Uso backstage saying, why would you say you're doing this for the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns? Do it for yourself. You'll get kicked out of the Bloodline if you lose on Friday. So it was a great way to continue the seeds of dissension in the Bloodline. And could we see a turn of Jay on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns? I think that's what they're planning.
WrestleMania, I thought that was the perfect way to end it all, but apparently that wasn't what they did. But we could all go on about that, especially with the Cody Rhodes loss, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Hopefully this comes out better and they kind of regain control of that situation. Speaking of situation, let's talk about the next segment before we go into another matchup. Triple H was hyping a crazy announcement. Well, WWE was hyping a crazy Triple H announcement. Came out at the top of the second hour to deliver that promise. Basically speaking, how Roman Reigns is about to hit 1,000 days as champion, then revealing a brand new champion as Roman Reigns. He's actually going to be drafted to whatever. I feel he's going to be drafted to Raw. I don't know. I just think so. But whatever, if he stays on SmackDown or he goes to Raw, he's taking the titles with him, the both undisputed WWE and Universal Championship. So he's taking that. But then also Triple H said we need another champion on another show. So I think I had a feeling what was going to happen next, revealing a new championship, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be actually crowned at Night of Champions. What did he say, on May 27th? So I don't know, man. We have a good few ideas in mind.
Yeah, I have two questions for you. What do you think? Do you like the design of the new championship, and who do you think is going to win it?
I like the design of it, just the WWE logo in the center of it. It just got me. It gets me iffy, but you know what? It gives me back the rendition of what that title was years ago.
The Big Gold Championship.
If there is somebody to win that, everybody's talking about it. But you know what? The first person I thought of was Seth Rollins, and you know what? Cody Rhodes. Yeah, it makes sense, but no, I don't want Cody Rhodes to win that. Are they going to keep the undisputed Universal Championship on Raw if Roman goes to Raw? Like, how is that going to work? I don't know. I feel they should just get rid of the WWE title and keep the Universal, and then they're going to have the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know what they're going to do. You know, it's confusing.
A lot of things are up in the air for sure. I feel like Cody's got to finish that chapter with Roman Reigns, win the title that his father couldn't, you know. But I do like the new design of the championship, and I'm very curious to see who the contenders are going to be for that thing. A few names pop to mind are probably LA Knight, Seth Rollins, and possibly Gunther are my top three.
I don't think LA Knight's going to win it, but you know what? If he did, I would totally take him over Seth Rollins. I'm sorry.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Man, well, the first draft of 2023 is going to happen on Friday, SmackDown, so that'll be interesting. So let's go to our next matchup of the night: Damage Control versus Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez, and Liv Morgan. Because earlier in the show, Bayley challenged Bianca Belair to find two partners of her choosing to face her, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai in a 6-woman tag team match. EST found two opponents, so you know, it was a cool match. Damage Control kind of taking over when Morgan tagged in. Bianca Belair just basically dominating everybody in the ring, paving her way to come in and get a win with the KOD. Decent matchup. Belair, Rodriguez, and Morgan, the WWE Women's Tag Team champs, along with Belair, take the W. Right call, I think, by that.
Absolutely. Bianca Belair just continuing her dominance no matter what brand she shows up on.
Yeah, I mean, Bayley, maybe she's a leader of Damage Control, but this group is definitely going to break up soon, so we didn't really see much of that dissension tonight, or a tease, so we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? I don't know. I wonder what they're going to do. I really don't know what they're going to do, but moving next, all right, Austin Theory coming out to deliver a nice little promo about his upcoming match at Backlash. Oh, man, it was so funny. He was interrupted by Bobby Lashley, predictably, excuse me. It was I knew something was going to happen. Turned into a fight. Bronson Reed making an appearance. He and Theory beat down Lashley together. Bronson Reed eventually took out Austin Theory too. But just something that Austin Theory said before I want to get into our next matchup. Something Austin Theory said to Bobby about him not having a match at WrestleMania. It was so smooth. And you know what? Like Theory, the way he just pulled it off, I could tell it pissed Bobby off.
Oh, he just continues to get better and better on the mic. That definitely cut Bobby deep. And Austin Theory knows what he's doing, man. The United States champion is hot on the mic, and the crowd was feeling it for sure.
Now, let's certainly say this is a Triple H call. So after the quick break, Mustafa Ali comes out in front of his hometown crowd of Chicago to take on Chad Gable. Ali took the W, a clean win, a dragon suplex for a 2 count. Ali was able to steal with a counter into, I think it was a type of pinning combination, you know, whatever it is, what it is. But you know what? Ali took the W. I mean, it's not like Gable deserves better. He clearly does, but I think it was the right call. Ali taking the W, especially the way he's been treated the last few months, especially tonight in Chicago.
Hopefully this is a build on the bigger and better things for him.
Yeah. Maybe they'll start a feud for these two, but I know it was just for some hometown love. So later in the night, we finally, before all this happened, Finn Bálor was didn't really accept that match with Cody Rhodes, as Cody Rhodes wanted the match, and later on it was actually made official throughout the night. Balor and Rhodes nice little matchup, clean matchup. Finn Balor, excuse me, I call him the Prince, but I'm just gonna say Finn Balor kicked out of a crazy super kick to the face. Cody Rhodes, his super kicks are nasty.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
was he was so fired up, and the crowd was so behind him. You know what I mean? Like they're so behind him in his entrance. I think the whoa was louder the second time than it was the first time in the night.
Absolutely.
Man, so good. But Cody Rhodes avoided a coup de grace and then kicked out of an inside cradle. It actually was confusing. I thought Cody Rhodes was taking or Finn Balor was taking the pin, but it actually was Cody Rhodes. So it kind of confused the ref for a second. But Cody Rhodes kicked out, hitting a pedigree, followed by a crossroads for the dub. A solid matchup. You know, I'd give it an A for this, but I think they definitely left a little room for performance. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I think seeing Cody Rhodes take the W, Finn Balor giving a little bit of loving of wrestling to some of us, it's something we needed because we haven't seen a banger of a match in a while, especially when it came to Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, say about a year and a half ago on Monday Night Raw around this time. They used to give us bangers, dude, every night.
Week after week for sure. It was great for that match. We saw Finn Balor walking outside the ring, looking at the new championship, maybe setting some seeds. Maybe he'll be in that new championship picture. I'd love to see it. But you know what? I thought it was a great win for Cody and really building up some steam as he gets ready to take on Brock in just a few weeks.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I think it's 2 weeks, right? About 2 weeks. So before our main event, let's talk about a quick little altercation. Seth Rollins coming out to talk about basically wanting to win the new World Heavyweight Championship, right? I mean, I think we all agree that that's who can
He,
win it.
he
Was
deserves it,
quickly
man, for
interrupted
sure.
by Omos and MVP, of course, Omos's opponent at Backlash in just 2 weeks. A little work to set up that random matchup, but Rollins did a great job making this feel important. Basically saying he's going to make Omos, what do you say? Make Omos famous for giving him the match of his life. And I think everybody was tweeting about this. You know, the only reason this match is going to be good is because Seth Rollins was going to make it good, you know? But
Oh,
I don't know. I really hope this match is a banger, but I don't think it will be.
people were making jokes on Twitter. Imagine Omos, the new
Uh,
world heavyweight champion. What are we gonna have? Shades of Great Khali all over again? Oh boy.
oh my God, it's going to be a disaster, but I just don't see Omos as a good wrestler at all. I mean, it's not like he's entertaining or whatever, but they're just, I don't care for him. I really don't. Main event time. It's already main event time. Rey
Here we go.
Mysterio versus Damian Priest. About 5-10 minutes in this match, with about 15 minutes to go. Bad Bunny was shown arriving backstage while the match took place. Priest, Priest surprised me tonight. It's not like I was expecting anything crazy. You know, Priest, this is where the tables turn. Priest goes outside and takes a chair and is about to hit Rey Mysterio. But before that happens, Rey Mysterio hits a 619 and make a comeback. Priest then got disqualified by throwing a chair onto Rey Mysterio's face while he was on the top rope, about to hit a frog splash. Then hitting a South of Heaven and began to clear off the announcer's table, looking like he was going to put Rey Mysterio through the announcer's table. Bad Bunny's music hit. Damon Priest looked so shocked. I knew it was coming, man. Nothing was, you know, too easy to think about. I mean, they didn't have to show Bad Bunny coming throughout the matchup. Maybe leave it a surprise, but you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. They just wanted to get the crowd up and out of their feet throughout the match. Bad Bunny grabbed a mic, kept bashing Priest throughout with I think what was it, a kendo stick? He bashed him hard, and then grabbing
Yeah,
the mic,
he
sitting
was
on top of
swinging
the
for the fences for sure.
announcer's table, basically saying he's not just going to be the host of Backlash in Puerto Rico, but he's going to see Priest in Puerto Rico for a street fight at Backlash in Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny's home. It'll be interesting. So Bad Bunny, the host of Backlash, and having a match at Backlash. So I don't know. We didn't see that coming, but they just made it official tonight, last minute. The way he kind of said it, it was quick, but everybody understood him. I understood him. So cool, dude. Right? I'm pumped. I want to see him in a match. Hell yeah! I don't want to just see him talking on a mic at Backlash. I want to see him in a match.
Maybe he'll hit a Canadian destroyer again. That'd be awesome.
You know
Certainly,
what? And that hyped up Backlash more for me, and that's something I actually was hoping for. I wanted the match with Bad Bunny, and we got it.
absolutely. You know what? I thought tonight's show was absolutely great. I love the new championship design. Let us know what you guys think about it. We'll see you Saturday with a SmackDown recap.
First day of the draft. I am pumped.
It's
I
going to
think
be
SmackDown's gonna be a
undertaking.
banger, but we'll hope. Hopefully we see some bangers with Sheamus. But that in Raw with the draft too, second night of the draft on Monday, and then Backlash,
Oh, it's coming hot
right?
and heavy,
Cool.
man. We will cover it all
Hell
for
yeah.
you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Until then, peace out.
Goodbye, guys.
This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.